Yo, Kpaceguy here. Hey, so John Paul is with me. If you haven't seen him before, we've been in maybe 5, 6, 7 videos together, both in my old apartment and in his home. And he has his own home theater. He'll be in Subscriber Showcase Season 9 if you want to see him. He's been in some previous ones. But he's here today because I brought him over. He's going to be the first person ever so far to listen to my newly built home theater that I've worked hard on. So hopefully it sounds good to him, but he's going to tell us the absolute truth. So today we're giving him a couple of demos, including one movie that I don't think you guys are going to expect, and it's The Nun 2. I'm a horror movie fanatic, and although this movie isn't that great, most horror movies aren't nowadays, whoever sound engineered this movie decided to do nothing but put bass in every scene. But there's one specific scene that absolutely felt like an earthquake, and I promise you I'm not exaggerating. It literally feels like an earthquake, and it's so good that it distracts you from the movie because you're like, oh my God. So you're not even watching the movie anymore because it's so good. But I want somebody else's opinion of my system because I think it's good, but it's nice to have other people tell you. Maybe he'll say some things I didn't think about. He'll have some compliments and complaints that I can, incorporate in my system. So in case you're new to the channel, what I'm currently using is the KEF R11 system. So the big towers are the KEF R11s themselves. My projector there is the Samsung LSP9T. The R2C center channel, the Rythmik G25 HP. These are dual 15 sealed subs, 1800 watts RMS. I went crazy and made another one. These are also dual 15s sealed. These are 2000 watts RMS. And then my amp rack here, nice and pretty, just made that. There's a video already of that. In the back, I'm actually selling these. They're sold, but if you can see them, these are the KEF R3s. I'm going to sell them because they're too big and too low to the ground. And then on the side surrounds, these are the Q50s. These are really good for side activity, but I'm also going to replace these for on walls, just like I am in the back. And then all my equipment, Anthem AVM70. This is my Panasonic, I think this is the 820. This is my Sound Davo conditioner. Everything is powered through that. This Crown XTI 4000 powers this sub down here. The OSD Audio 5-channel amp does all my Atmos speakers, which is also from Sandavo. They are 8-inch Atmos speakers in ceiling. And then underneath there is the Brains, the Monolith 7 that powers my bed layer speakers with a fan on top. So let's get him ready. We are not reference level. We're gonna be at -20 on the Anthem for a reference point for you guys. It is in Dolby Atmos. John Paul, good luck to you.
Oh, okay.
And let me push play for you. All right, Blu-ray player and play. Let me boost the lights. There we go. John Paul. Not a good movie, but good bass, right?
It is. It spooked me because I've never felt that much like, and it wasn't like bass heaven, like what you hear, because I like it cranked up, but like,
right.
And you've got it low, like in a good way. Like it sounded really clean, but it really hit when he started crawling, and like the whole, it feels like you have tactile transducers.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When I was watching this movie, it felt like bass shakers in the seats. And I don't have any. I guess I don't need any.
No.
It's crazy because these are sealed subs. You'd think that you don't get like that crazy bass out of sealed subs. But if I didn't tell you these were sealed, you probably would think they're ported. They're just that good. So yeah, movie's trash, but the bass in some of this part is pretty good. But I'm going to give you something more traditional. We're going to do Hacksaw Ridge because you know it's like my favorite go-to. Yep. And you have it, so you know what to expect. And then I'm going to put in Dolby Atmos demo discs because we're going to show you what in-ceiling speakers sound like versus the Atmos speakers that you have, or if you ever use ones that are on top of your speakers. We're going to show him what dedicated Atmos speakers put, as close to where Dolby recommends. We're going to show you what that sounds like. So let me put Hacksaw Ridge in, and we'll see y'all in a minute. All right, guys, Hacksaw Ridge is in, and I use this because it's not so much the bass that I want to show off, it's more the accuracy. A lot of things, I'm gonna have to rewind this of course, but a lot of things bounce and kind of pinball around the room with this. Grenades, gunshots, helmets, comm chatter, explosions, it's everywhere. And this is another Atmos movie, so we get to hear the speakers really in action this time. Good bass in here, like I said, he knows this demo, so he has a pretty good reference point of what to expect, but of course I want to play for him and see what he thinks about mine. So I'm gonna rewind this back and play it for him.
Already. It's not even the good part yet, just
right.
the background.
Exactly.
Poor Jasmine.
I'm excited for this. I haven't heard this movie yet in this system, so I'm ready. I'm super excited for this.
Mine's just missing. Like, this goes so much lower. It's like, mine stops here, but yours keeps going. It's crazy. Okay, I gotta give me one of these.
Where the hell are they? I can't see nothing! Beat me now! Where's the phone?
That's Dolby Atmos off, so there's no height speakers, and listen to it when it turns it on. Like completely different.
Oh yeah.
So it's obvious when you switch them, but it's not obvious.
Yeah, I'm trying to think in my head, like, trying to correlate, like, okay, it's not obvious that it's coming above me, it's just above me.
It's not obvious that it's above you until you turn them off, and then it's like a night and day difference. You can definitely tell when it's on or off.
Yeah.
So that's a really good test.
Yes.
I know you have an Atmos system and a Blu-ray player. I'll probably let you borrow this disc when you change. He's gonna change his room around because he's sitting in a place where bass is not that great. So he's gonna redesign his whole room. And so I'm gonna give him this demo disc because if you guys don't have this is a 2018 demo disc, and the rain on and off and the Centuria on and off, what it does is flips the Atmos speakers on and off so you can actually hear the difference, because what we were talking about off camera is that it's like, I don't really hear Atmos, what's going on? But you don't really know that you're hearing it until it's gone. And then you're like, whoa, there's like no height anymore to the sound. And then it flips back on, and so you can really hear the difference that Atmos makes. It's one of the coolest things ever. And I guess we can try, I don't really know what Centuria is, but I guess we can just flip to it and see what it does. So let's just play it.
Nature.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's cool.
Yep. Look right at it too. Back right.
I like that more than the rain.
Yeah, I do too.
I do like that more.
So Atmos off, so it's really focused up here. Atmos on. You can really hear those back ones working right now, yeah. So it's, can you obviously tell that it's not the back right speaker versus the...
I couldn't tell you. There is a little bit, like...
Yeah, like, it's obvious that it's back here somewhere, not right there, right?
Oh, no, I couldn't tell you, like, oh, it's 100% no.
Yeah, it does really good with, like, fusing them together.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Like, it sounds like it's coming from, like, right there, like, you can...
Exactly. Now I hear the front's working now.
It's crazy, like, that's a different brand, so, like, you would think, like, oh, it's different timbre, so,
yeah.
like, but no, like, even with the prime elevations that I got from you, like, even though only my front two are working right now, my amp comes in tomorrow, I can't, like, the timbre so well, like, I used to tell you, like, oh, I have clips and I have this other brand,
right.
I'll obviously be able to tell, but no.
Yeah, what are you talking about, guys? Like I said, all KEF system on the floor, Sundavo in the top. And he asked me this yesterday when I saw him too. He's like, do you hear a difference? I'm like, no, like not at all. But I did choose the most highest quality Atmos speakers I could find, because if you do go too cheap of Atmos, you do hear a quality difference. I can't hear a quality difference in there. And what's really cool about that demo is, like, it was at first, it was focusing on like the back Atmos speakers, and it was obvious that it's not coming from the back rear speakers, it's way higher. So it does do really good at like fusing itself with the rest of the sound and kind of blending in, but there are times where the engineer will put it directly in that spot, and that's when he looked over right at that speaker. Of course he knows it's there, but the sound was in that area too, and that's perfect. These currently are not angled towards a listening musician. They don't angle by default. I have a way that I'm going to make them angled. But out of the box, they don't angle, so they're actually firing straight down. But it's good that we can still tell where they're coming from. So I'm gonna play one more demo for him off camera, and then we'll get the kind of conversation about what you thought about it, all that good stuff. So John Paul's familiar with this one, Quiet Place. Let's see what he thinks.
Giant just like jumped from heaven and landed on your house. That's what it sounds like.
All right.
That is incredible.
That's pretty fun.
That is crazy.
All right, so we're just gonna let him get right into his thoughts. Right after the demo's done, fresh in your mind. I'll turn the light on. Go ahead and tell us what you experienced.
Okay. Pretty much.
Right.
So let's say mine won't go under 25. For example, I mean, of course it goes down to like 8 hertz, but we're gonna pretend it doesn't go below times 5. But this one, it's like I've seen this movie probably 4 times, especially this scene.
A Quiet Place?
Yeah, and you showed me probably 2 or 3 times when you were over Wednesday. But,
Yes.
like it hit all the notes that mine doesn't, and you can you feel it so much, and it's so smooth, and you've dialed it in so well, and it's such a big sound. I mean, for the small space you've been given, it sounds like a huge. It sounds awesome. You can totally tell, like coming from 3/8 and a 10, technically. Whatever. Yeah. This just sounds like such a bigger. Of course, like you said, it won't come over on YouTube at all. But
yeah, leave me a comment down below and tell me what this sounds like to you, because to us, my goal here in this room is to make it as smooth and even as possible. I like loud bass, I like loud music, but I like it to be even and accurate. And so that was my first focus, is to make sure that it is, and it's not just yet. So what I'm gonna do in my own time when I'm playing around, my kefs, my floor standing kefs, are the only ported speaker in this whole room. So my subs are sealed, the surrounds are sealed, the Atmos speakers obviously are sealed, but they're in the ceiling. Even my center channel is sealed. The only non-sealed speaker is the fronts, and I can plug them with the ports. And I think I want to do that just to add to the tight sound, but I don't have nearly enough acoustic treatment. I have a couple of panels on the walls in the front of the room that handle mid bass between like 200 hertz on to, I can't remember what it goes up to, but they're mid bass panels, not like high frequency acoustic panels. So I have tons more treatment to do, bass traps, whatever, but the goal is to make it accurate first, loud second. So one of the things he said about my system while we were watching the movie off camera, he was like, it sounds like all your bass is there, lows, mid, highs, whatever, but it's not as like prominent, I think is what, he didn't use that word, yeah. But I think that's what he was looking for. He's like, I hear everything, but it doesn't like throat punch you like mine does, even though you have two giant subs. And like I said, the reason being is because the goal is accurate first, loud second, because a lot of people can get confused in thinking that loud bass is good bass, but that's not true. You can have a lot of something and it just be completely inaccurate. And so for me, I rather make sure that when I measure and graph my system, that my line is as, straight as possible. And then once it is, I can just simply turn up the volume. But if I have a graph that looks like this, then I'm boosting or I'm turning up the volume and my bad notes are really loud and what my good notes are really soft, and we're not fixing anything. We're just kind of blasting the problem, if that makes any sense. So the goal in my room, which I hope it came through for you, is just to make things sound accurate first. And once I achieve that, then I can go and boost everything or whatever to a comfortable level that my speakers can handle. So what else we did like 6, 7 demos, a couple of them off camera. Anything else that you took note of or thought of, anything like that?
Well, I'll say everything that played sounded very clean. Especially, I love the lows, and I've never felt something like that before. Like we said earlier, it feels like tactile transducers. But the first thing we played, which was the Nun 2, it was just seeing, of course, he's running after him, and then they slam the door, and then he starts banging on the door. Yeah. Every time he punches, it's like, it's like you feel that and you hear that. It's like a combination, perfectly heard and perfectly felt, and it's just It's so real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
So I got a question that popped into my head, and this is going to be more a question that I don't know the answer to, that you will, that I think will help a lot of viewers. And the question more is, so when you come into a home theater like this, that you may consider more advanced than your own, what does it do for you? Like, after you leave here today and you go to your home theater, what kind of ideas does it bring? What do you learn that you can apply to your own home theater? Like, you're not just watching me on YouTube, you're here. I'm not just talking to you and you're taking my word for it, you're getting to experience it. So experiencing home theaters, going out and do demos and stuff, what does that do for somebody like you who's into this hobby?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna go home and revamp my entire basement again like it was. So on YouTube, you came.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can put a photo while I'm saying this, but I guess it was about a year ago. In the other side of my basement, it was just like this. I'm going to put it back to the way that was. Yeah. And it's on YouTube. But the title is like, I went to a subscriber's house and fixed his bad bass. But as soon as I get a screen, I'm gonna put it back to the way it was, because I really wanted that big, like it is. It's the 142.35 to 1. I wanted that big screen. That's why I made it how it is now. But I'm really lacking on that bass, and it's not just like, oh, crank it up. It's, as you know, it's literally just, it's not there, because I'm in the middle of a 24 by 12, and the 24 foot, I'm right in the middle, or right here, so if I move it, I'm gonna be right on that back wall. But besides that, it really makes me wanna. I don't know. It makes me want to have this. So in order to have this, I got to put my room back around. But that's just me personally. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
So he said a key thing that I want to say as we end this video, guys. So he said, I want this, but he didn't say I'm going to go out and buy it. He said, I'm going to go fix what I have and make it better. And you can do that. Obviously, these KEF speakers are very expensive. You can find deals on accessoriesforless.com. You can buy used on eBay, on Reverb, whatever. Find, where you're comfortable buying things and get it for a good price. But he didn't say, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sell my speakers and I'm gonna go buy KEF and get 2 sealed subs. But he didn't try to mimic what I'm doing. And that's the whole thing about this hobby, is that you watch a lot of people and you see some really cool home theaters. My home theater is nothing compared to, I think Youth made a video and said his room is probably double the size. I can put my room in his room, right? I would love to have a room like that, right? But I don't. But like he said, the sound sounds way bigger than you would walk in and expect. But he's not going to go to his house and just sell everything and try to buy everything I have and make it sound that way. One, it probably won't sound that way. He could very well make it sound better, or it could be worse. But he's going to go home and he's going to take what he has and he's going to refine it, perfect it, calibrate it, and get it as good as it can. And that's what I want you guys to take from this video, is that go get a demo from a friend that you know. If you're nearby Kentucky, I'm more than happy to open the doors to let you guys in. A lot of us YouTubers are like that. M-Wave, Youth Man's show he puts on, it's in Kansas City, I believe, in June, late June, I think the last week or so of June. Go to something like that if you're nearby the area, because there's gonna be a lot of demos. It gives you ideas, it lets you hear what's out there, and it lets you know where your system is so that you know where there is to go. A lot of people comment on my channel and say, my system's way better than yours. I don't spend half this amount and it can beat yours. And that's fine, I hope so. There's probably a reason why you're watching my channel though, right? It's to learn something, or maybe I have something you don't, whatever. But that's not the point of making these videos. The point of making these videos is that I have something that I want to share with you, and hopefully it inspires you to take yours up a notch or give feedback on mine and we can have a conversation. And it's not to say, oh, I have this and you don't, you suck. It's, hey, here's where I'm at. If you're not there, here's the road that I took to get there. And some of you do have better systems than I do, and a lot of you guys give me advice on things I've never heard of before. So that's the whole point of this channel. Most channels are like this. This is not a hobby to gloat about what you have and don't have. So I really like that he didn't say that he's gonna go home and just trash everything and buy all new. That's not the way to go. I think you get a wasted money if you did that. So I really like the way that he kind of worded that stuff. So I do want to say thank you for coming down here. I think it's like a 25-minute drive. Yeah. Or something like that. It's a Saturday night. It's probably like 8:30 right now, maybe later than that. So definitely appreciate him coming down, giving me some compliments. Off camera, I want to hear his opinion on what things I can change, fix, whatever, what he would do differently, because it'll give me ideas. And I want you guys to do the same down below. I know this is hard to hear on your side as far as the acoustic goes, but whatever you see, let me know what you don't like, do like, what I could do differently. Let me know what you've done in your home theater so I can incorporate it in mine. And we'll continue to do this. Remember, subscriber showcase is coming up. So if you have a home theater that you are proud of, I don't care how much it cost you, little or a lot, I want to see it. Leave me an email, kpaceguy@gmail.com. Send me some videos or photos of your system, as well as your components, your couches, your whatever that makes your home theater a home theater. Send it to me in my email, Dropbox, WeShare, Facebook, Instagram. It's all down below. It's also in the beginning of my video and the end. Send it to me. I want to see it. We'll put you on an episode of Subscriber Showcase coming up, season 9 in January. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming over. We will see you guys in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace. Oh!